No, just go to my channel and look for me live now. Hey, this is Eve from Bitcoin Kindergarten. I'm here I have a person on the phone. She's a newbie, and she's going to ask me some basic questions. Most people in the world do not own Bitcoin, but most people have heard it by now. And many people feel like too ignorant and stupid to even ask questions. So this is your place where you can come ask any question. No question is too stupid. I will walk you through anything. And it doesn't even have to be simple things. It can be more complicated things. Let's see. Did you find your way on yet? You did? You're on?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. So we'll just turn down the sound and you can ask me any question. So I have Safa on the line and she does not have any Bitcoin yet and she wants to know how to get it and just some of the basics about it. So hi Safa, how are you doing today?
Hi Eve, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good, I'm doing good. All right. So what do you know about Bitcoin? Have you heard of it? Have you?
Well, I know a lot of people are purchasing Bitcoin now, and because I don't fully understand it, I am hesitant to go in and until I fully understand it. So yeah, I'm happy to be here today.
Okay, yeah, it's great to be here. So my philosophy actually about Bitcoin is the best way to understand it is to buy it. There's, here's the most amazing thing about Bitcoin is that you can buy $1 worth of Bitcoin on Cash App. So that's kind of like my thing. What I did when I first had Bitcoin, I bought some and then I just became so interested in it because I was an owner of it. And also because I would look at my phone and I would see the number going up so much and I would be like, oh my God, this is amazing. So that's just like my philosophy. I know a lot of people have to understand it and you have to hear about it from a lot of different places. But I know that you had mentioned earlier that you were like thinking, is it gambling? And I was just listening to this other show, Lark Davis, who explained the difference between gambling and investing in crypto, because some people in crypto are totally gambling, just as in stocks. So myself, I am a crypto investor. I generally buy and hold. I don't really sell it unless I'm taking profits when the price goes way up, or if I just really need some money, pay some bills, I sell it. Otherwise, I'm really investing in it. So for me, it's an investment, but there's a lot going on in crypto. I mean, a lot more, especially besides Bitcoin. There's a lot of brand new coins. There's coins that people are making huge amounts of money on buying and selling, and the price is so volatile on really brand new coins. The price is going up so much and down so much. And a lot of very high risk takers are, buying, selling, day trading, this thing called yield farming. There's a lot going on. So just for me, I don't gamble at all. In fact, I don't like gambling. I find it boring because, you're going to lose your money. And I don't like losing money. And so anyway, I just wanted to get that out there.
Thank you. No, that did clear up my question about, so basically what you're saying is it's an investment, right? So yeah, it's long-term investment, but how do you know which coin to put money in? How do you know the difference? And then my third question is, there are different types of ways to invest using certain apps. How do you know which one to go with?
Okay, great questions. Okay, so for people who are new, and even people who are not new, I tell everyone to buy Bitcoin because Bitcoin is like, it's the Kleenex of crypto is to tissues. Like it is the original. Bitcoin has been around for 13 years. Bitcoin is actually the largest computer network in the world, and it is the most stable computer network in the world. And it is the most high-performing asset of the decade. So any stocks that you could have bought would not have made you the wealth that Bitcoin has bought you. So I just tell everyone to buy Bitcoin because you can buy Bitcoin and you don't have to look at it. You can come back 2-3 years later and be like, oh my gosh, look how much money I made. You know, you don't have to worry as you do with other coins that are not Bitcoin. The Bitcoin is far above the second coin, which is Ethereum, which is also a great coin, but Bitcoin has like $1 trillion market cap. I think Ethereum has like 25 billion. So it's a quarter or less of Bitcoin's market cap. So Bitcoin is owned by people all over the world. It's owned by governments. It's owned by hedge funds. It's owned by banks. It's owned by corporations. So I just tell everyone, get Bitcoin. A lot of people who have even been in crypto for a while don't have Bitcoin. I don't know why. I think it's, you know, if you had bought a Bitcoin 5 years ago, even if you had bought, Bitcoin used to be like a $20 for one Bitcoin. And right today it's $38,000. And that's only about 4.5 years ago. So this price has just been going in a steep incline. And you know, it's only getting more adopted, more widespread, and you're still early on. You know, Bitcoin is still in the early days, even though everybody knows what it is now. So it's not like the early days, but there's still so much profits to be made. So I just thought we're gonna get Bitcoin. Like my philosophy for my own portfolio is Bitcoin #1, and then get some Ethereum, because Ethereum is a great coin also with huge chances of making even a higher percentage profits than Bitcoin. But the thing is, with all the coins after Bitcoin, so Bitcoin is like a store of value. It's called digital gold. It's not, people are not spending it. I mean, in certain countries they are, like Venezuela and other countries where the money is really super not valuable. You actually use it there, but, and as everybody, not everybody doesn't know, but that also Bitcoin has been adopted as a national money in El Salvador. But in general, you want to buy and hold Bitcoin, just like gold. Like, we're not going around spending gold. I mean, you can get a Bitcoin credit card and you can spend it like easily. And you can get your money back like the same day. If I want to cash out my Bitcoin right now and put all that money in my bank, I could do it right today. So that's a question most people have, is like, how can I get my money back? It's not the same with all coins. But it is, and all exchanges. So our Bitcoin banks, we call them exchanges. So that's like a bank, you know, where you get the Bitcoin, or like stock market. So, yep. So a lot of people, especially younger people, or people, you know, you're on Twitter, you're on all the social media, so you might be getting really excited about all these other coins. And I have made huge profits on other coins, even more than I have in Bitcoin. Like, I bought coins for $1 that later cost $100. So if you buy, you know, 100 of those $100 worth, no, actually much more than that. I bought like $200 worth of coins, which later went up to like $7,000, $8,000. But that's, you have to know more what you're doing. So when you're new, just get Bitcoin. And so here's the thing with even a lot of younger people, people who are newer, people who have not been around for a real long time, they are getting these newer coins because all their friends are like, oh my God, look how much this coin is going up, and this is going to be the best coin, and this one's going to take over the world. You know, it's just like, there's a lot of great coins, but some of these people are going to be wrong. You know, after Ethereum and the other coins, you do have to pay attention a little bit. You have to keep up a little bit with the market. You have to see, because there's a lot of competitors that are coming in the other coins, you know, and they are doing amazing things. There's no competitors to Bitcoin, even though for a while people were saying, oh, Dogecoin is going to compete with Bitcoin. Well, if you've been around, you know, Dogecoin is not anymore a competitor with Bitcoin. Not at all. You know, it was just a moment. So Bitcoin is the store of value, and it's owned by people all over the world. So people all over the world aren't going to start buying like Shiba Inu coin or something. For one thing, they probably can't even get it. So I also want to tell you that Bitcoin is the #3 currency. There's the dollar, the euro, and Bitcoin. So even though if you go on like the news stations and stuff, they like you to think that it's some kind of crazy thing that criminals use. In fact, it is the third biggest currency in the world. And where do you get it? You get it on Coinbase. I have a link on my Coinbase right there in the top of my description. I will get $10 if you use my link, so please use my link. There's another exchange, it's called Binance. I think I also get something if you use that one. But so Coinbase is the biggest, it's the oldest, it is the Bitcoin of exchanges. So your money is insured on Coinbase. After Binance, I think Coinbase, Binance, and Kraken are the only exchanges where your crypto is insured FDIC. Like when you put your money in the bank, if the bank crashes, you still get money. That's true with Bitcoin, and it's not true, I mean Coinbase, and it's not true with a lot of other exchanges, all these wallets, all these cool apps, all this stuff everybody's using. I mean, a lot of them are regulated. If you live in the United States, we have a lot of regulation. And there's a lot of apps and exchanges that we are not allowed to use. Well, you can figure out how to use them, but because they're not regulated. So, crypto is like this sort of renegade money, libertarian. We want our own money. We don't want to deal with the banks. But, in the long run, these exchanges, the ones that are not regulated, they can disappear. They can get hacked. They can have problems, just as anyone can. But if it's insured, then you don't have to worry. So Elon Musk bought something like, I don't know, $15 million worth of Bitcoin, or $1 billion, a lot of money worth of Bitcoin. And he put it on Coinbase. And in fact, he kept it there. I have mine. Most people, a lot of people have their money. You can get your Bitcoin and then you can take it off the exchange. There's a lot of complicated things you can do with crypto. But now that the market is maturing, you don't have to do all of these difficult maneuvers anymore. It used to be like very hard to get Bitcoin and a lot of other cryptos. But right now you just use Coinbase, which is the easiest app in the whole world. I'm going to show you my Coinbase. Hold on. Coinbase is easy. Okay. So this is Coinbase. Let's see how everything's going. Oops, low battery. Uh-oh. So I have mine on black mode, which isn't the best. But you'll just see like right there, assets, Bitcoin. It's very simple. I wish I had it on lighter mode, but I don't. All you have to do to get Bitcoin is you sign up for it. It's just like when you sign up for like TD Ameritrade or any other thing. You have to do what's called KYC, know your customer. So you have to verify who you are in the United States. And so you just go on. But it's just as easy as signing up for any other app in the whole world. The Coinbase UX interface is super easy. And then when you send it to your friends, you can also get $10. Also on Coinbase, they give you tons of free crypto because whenever they want to teach you about the other coins, so you watch these very like 30-second videos, and then you get free crypto, which you can immediately exchange for Bitcoin or cash out, whatever you want. Just keep it. But yeah, I've gotten like $150 at least in the free crypto. So the amazing thing about crypto is maybe it was $150 in, but when the market goes up, that's $1,500. So it turns out to be pretty lucrative. So here's the quick, I have a video that's how to buy $20 worth of Bitcoin on Coinbase. I'm going to link it to this video. But all you have to do is you go in, you have to put your driver's license number, whatever ID you have. Then you hook up your bank account. I do believe you can also hook up your debit card. I do believe in the United States you cannot buy crypto with a credit card. You have to use real money that you have. And it just takes a second to deposit money from your bank into Coinbase, and then you can immediately buy crypto with it. That's pretty much the basics. Do you have any questions? Hey.
You pretty much covered it all. Because that was my next question. Like, what exchange would you suggest? Because some do have fees. So, and then I've heard of exchanges crashing. So that kind of scared me. So I just didn't understand where to start. Right.
So, all right, I'll talk about the fees. And so here's the thing, like crypto was started, mostly the crypto community used to be 95% millennial male techie developers. Now it's changed. So you know how when people are techies and they're really into something, and like maybe the fee is 20 cents more here or there. And they're like, oh, the fees are so terrible there. But it's not like you're paying huge amounts of money. There are fees on Coinbase, and they are not, it's a pain to pay them. However, like you can literally make that money back in 5 minutes, So I just don't worry about the fee. Say if you buy $20 worth of crypto on Coinbase, you're gonna have to pay $1.50, I think. So, I mean, if you go into buying billions of dollars, you might want to look into a place with lesser fees. Although I think it says a lot that Elon Musk bought $50 million worth of crypto on Coinbase and left it there. So, he felt that the safety of using that exchange was worth whatever fees he had to pay. And, once you start getting in that much money, you can just take that off your taxes and whatnot. So, I mean, there's Chinese exchanges. I buy a lot of crypto. I have 30 or 40 cryptos. I have stuff on Chinese exchanges. I have everything. And, the more I'm in crypto, the more I'm like, just migrate it all to the more safer stuff. Although you can make a lot of money on that, but it's more advanced. So and there are risks. Like right now, everybody is staking. So everybody's like, oh, stake your Bitcoin on Celsius wallet, this wallet, that wallet, and you'll get, 10%. Especially BlockFi is a huge one. So I'm looking into it deeply. And it is not insured. Like even the most famous people in crypto are like, oh, stake your Bitcoin on BlockFi. And it's like, my Bitcoin is the only money I have ever really made, like truly profits, in this life. So I'm not putting them on an uninsured app. Even if it is regulated by the United States, you probably will get your money back. A lot of exchanges have been hacked, and, the exchange does give everybody their money back because they want to keep the customers, but they are not insured. So until I know, like my money is 100% safe, I'm not. It's my Bitcoin. I might stake. I do stake other coins, but that's when you start having a lot of profits and you have some extra stuff you can throw around. But I just stick to Bitcoin on Coinbase. And then here's what I would buy. Like, say if I got Bitcoin and you get like, oh my gosh, crypto's so fun. And it's so fun to actually go on Coinbase because it's like this cute app with cute charts. And all of the cryptos have like different kind of emojis that go with them. And some of them have really fun names. So you do get it to a bit of a buying spree, which is good. I've been in buying sprees, but it's never, I've only made money in crypto. The only way to lose money in crypto is if you sell it for less than you bought it for. So say right now, the price of Bitcoin is $36,000 for one. In the morning, it was $38,000. No, it went up to $39,000. So we're like in some volatility at this very moment. The price all of a sudden started rising in the last 24 hours. So it might be a good time to get it now. We don't know how much it's going to rise. Is it going to rise? Going to fall? Like 37,353. Yeah. So the only way to lose money in crypto is if I buy it at 37,353 and then I sell it lower. But for 13 years, it's been going straight up and a very steady incline. That is not to say that something couldn't happen and go wrong. it could. You know, that's why it's called high risk, high reward. That's why you're going to be getting a lot of payoff, because you're very early into this Bitcoin, you know, money situation. I don't think something's going to happen, but, you know, it could, you know. So far it hasn't for 13 years, and corporations are buying it. You shouldn't have all of your money in it like I do, but I do. You know, it's good to have real estate, stocks, gold, money under your mattress, you know, diversify. So how do you know when to buy Bitcoin? Maybe you're wondering that. So what the most, nobody knows when the price is going up, when the price is going down. There are millions of YouTubers, Twitterers, Reddits. Everybody says, this is what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. And nobody knows ever. Seriously. Nobody expected. We were up at like $64,000 a few months ago. And then it dropped all the way down to 30, like within a few weeks. Nobody expected that, except for Ivan on tech. He did. A few people did, but, you know, so you don't know. But what most people do who are like the practical, wise investors like myself is, it's called dollar cost averaging. So you just buy, you can put even in Coinbase, you can buy every 2 weeks, or you can set up an automatic buy Bitcoin, you know, $20 or $1,000, however much money you have. So you're just always buying it. You know, because you don't know if the price is high, is it going to go higher? I know people who are waiting for it to dip so that they could buy in. They were waiting for it to dip when the Bitcoin was $3,600. Right now it's $36,000. And guess what? They were waiting for it to go to like $3,400, and it never did. So I think they might have missed out. I was buying like crazy. It was $33,500 for Bitcoin. You know, when the price really dips like that, it's a great time to buy. And then all you do is when it gets really high, it's called taking profit. So you just pull some of your money out. Say right today you buy $100 in Bitcoin. And then, you know, the price doubles, which it can easily do. It's expected to do this by most people, including banks and Goldman Sachs and whatnot. When it goes up to, say all of a sudden your $100 worth $200, because the price doubled, that would mean it was like $80,000 for one Bitcoin, totally likely. Then you can take out your $100 that you initially put in. That way you can never lose that money ever, and then you just let that rest of that money ride. I don't take the whole thing out because, you know, it's hard to take profits when the price goes high, because you're like, it's going to go higher, it's going to go higher, it's going to go higher. But you have to be disciplined, at least take something out. That way you can make sure that you never lose money. So I've got stem cell therapies on my knees. I took a bunch of money out when it was at 55, thank God, because then it did crash. I didn't want to take it out, so I was like, oh, it's just going to keep going higher. Everybody was so euphoric. We're like, it's going to 100,000, you know. Anyway, do you have any more questions?
Actually, yeah, that was very informative. Thank you. My question is, if you don't have $36,000 to invest, would you recommend to invest in crypto if you're, you know, thinking of investing like $1,000 or $2,000, or do you recommend just going for the Bitcoin even though you're not going to invest in the 36,000?
Yeah, just Bitcoin. Yeah, totally. Oops. I hope you can hear me. Turn up your sound. Oops. There you are. Yes, totally buy Bitcoin. That's the most confusing thing about people buying Bitcoin, especially people who've been in the stock market, because they're used to buying shares. It's not shares. Like, I would buy $1. If I had $1, I'd buy $1 worth of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the best investment. Bitcoin is the best investment. So I would totally buy Bitcoin. I might buy, if I had $2,000, this is what I would honestly do if I had $2,000. This is what I personally would do. I would buy $1,500 worth of Bitcoin. I would buy $250 worth of Ethereum, and then I would buy a little bit of Polkadot, and just a few of the other coins that are very proven. We call them blue chips because they've been around a long time. They're doing amazing things out in the world. Like they have these incredible use cases. So that's what I would do. And with 250, I would buy that. But no, it doesn't. You don't have to buy one Bitcoin. So most people don't own one Bitcoin. One of my favorite shows, Altcoin Daily. They give like 20-minute news every day on crypto. And these guys, they have the #1 crypto show. They didn't even have one Bitcoin. That was like when it was at 9,000. I'm sure they have Bitcoin now. But most people in the world do not own one Bitcoin because there will only ever be 21 million ever made. So if you can get one Bitcoin, good. But what I do is, I'm not going to say how much I have, but you know, at one point I did have to sell some of my Bitcoin. So my hope is to, you know, when I get a little, you know, good money coming in, you know, buy more Bitcoin. So you don't really have to think about having one Bitcoin. It's just, that's a good goal to have, you know. And then what you can do is, you know, you just keep watching the market. If you happen to see the market really crash, well, it did really crash, but about 6 months ago, 1 year ago, Bitcoin was at about $9,000. And right now it's at $37,000. So yeah, I would definitely just buy Bitcoin because you can always exchange your Bitcoin for any other thing. If you decide, oh my gosh, this one coin, I'm in love with it. I know so much about it. It's such a good investment. I mean, there are moments when there's really good investments. Like right now, I'd buy some Polkadot, frankly. Yeah, I would get Polkadot. Maybe I'll get Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, Matic. That's what I would buy, Matic, which is Polygon. Yeah, I have to run. I have to do my 6 o'clock abs class. But yeah, it doesn't matter. You don't need one. You just start getting it. What I did, I started, and when I was getting my Bitcoin, literally sometimes I bought $1. You can buy $1 on Cash App. I think I have a link for Cash App if you have never signed up for Cash App. Like at $15. But if you already have Cash App, you can buy $1 of Bitcoin. Let me just say something about the fees then, because Cash App does not charge a fee. But see, here's the thing about fees. Everyone's going to get their fees because maybe Cash App doesn't have a fee, but maybe your rate is going to be not as good as Coinbase. So everyone's making their fees, you know. You can't get around fees. Everybody needs to make their money. So, but the cool thing about, like, if you do just want to have $1 or $10, just get it on Cash App. The problem with Cash App is it's so easy to spend. Every time I ever bought Bitcoin on Cash App, I always end up spending it. So I prefer to get it on Coinbase, and then I actually take it off the exchange. But that's a whole nother conversation. Yeah, get some Bitcoin on Coinbase. You will. I mean, many people in this world, you know, it's changed their lives. I'm one of those people. So we don't know the future. Nobody knows the future. Everything is a risk. And when I started buying, I really had no money at all. So sometimes I would buy $100, $20, $10, and I was so far in debt. I was like $20,000 in debt. So I'm like, I needed the high risk, high reward, because doing like practical investments was not going to, you know, get me out of debt, even much less being able to, you know, do anything. So that's it. Thank you so much. I'll have to run. Have a great day. And put your questions down below. Smash the likes. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe bell button and all. And you can come ask me questions anytime you want. And no question is too stupid. And you can ask the same question over and over if you did not understand the answer the first time, because that's how we learn. We learn by repetition. We learn by hearing things in different ways. We learn by asking questions. Ciao.
Thank you, Eve. Bye.
Thanks.